Linda Barcz from the Roost Company is here taking your calls at 270-9933. Sunflower, appropriate for August.
Isn't that pretty? Yes, they're just cheery. And then there's a little cute little celosia poking up in front there, and that's an annual that will have to be replanted every year, but puts on a great show, especially for this time of the year.
And sunflower, that's an annual as well.
Yes, it is. You have to replant that every year.
And we had a call last time about somebody trying to grow hops? Or...
Yes, well, they were wondering about harvesting it, and what I've been able to discover is that it's after frost. So obviously that's going to be sometime in October, and probably not a killing frost, an earlier one, and yeah, and if I find out more, I'll share it with you. I didn't know anything about it.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Rita in Verona. Hi, Rita.
Hi.
Hi, which question?
I have garden phlox that have powdery mildew, and I'm wondering if it's too late to treat them and what I should treat them with.
Well, the phlox that I'm seeing, they're so full of powdery mildew, there would be no point in you treating it. And it doesn't really harm the plant. A lot of those older varieties of phlox will tolerate that and still come back year after year. There are some newer varieties that aren't as powdery mildew prone, and we haven't had that bad of weather. I'm surprised to hear.
Yeah, it's been pretty dry.
And if we have good airflow, that helps also.
All right, Mary in Beloit. Hi, Mary.
Hi. Back in March, I was given an orchid plant, and it's had 25 blooms on it all this time, perfect looking. Now the blooms are starting to fall. When can I expect that to bloom again, and do I just keep giving it the normal care until it does, or what?
Okay. Mary, the flowers on it, are they phalaenopsis? Are they round, or are there lots of little flowers on the orchid? There's lots of different kinds of orchids.
I don't know. It's lavender. There's
Does it have big spiky flowers?
3 leaves, and they're about 2 inches wide.
The flowers are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they're sort of round in shape and 2 inches wide, that is a good chance. A lot of stores are selling phalaenopsis because that's the easiest one to repeat bloom. Keep watering it, and do not cut the flower stems off if they're green, because a lot of times those stems will repeat bloom. And I like to put mine outside after the flowers are off because they thrive. They will love this week of warm and humid. So don't put it in direct sun because those big fat leaves can get burned easily. But if you can move it out to where it has just indirect sun, and this weather, it'll love it.
All right, let's go to Robert in Elroy. Hi, Robert.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mark. Hi, everybody. I was wondering about planting clover right now for the fall, and chicory and brassica. I think chicory and brassica are both the same.
Yeah, you're talking field crops, aren't you? You're not talking about.
Yep.
Yes, and you know, I think that the lady that preceded me, that's Pam's area, and I know just enough about those crops. I never grew up familiar with that, and I think that I would does Pam ever? Does she have an email that perhaps you could contact her and or contact your local farm agency?
You're not an agronomist.
No, I'm not a horticulturalist.
All right, let's go to Marilyn in Helensville. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question on, can I mow down my on my flowers that have already flowered and everything's come up already?
Okay, Denise, I didn't hear you. Can you mow down?
Can I mow down my flowers that have already come up and everything?
Okay, like annual flowers that you're thinking of mowing down, or
like peonies and things like that?
Oh, peonies, interesting. Well, I remember we had a big clump of peonies and poppies that we would mow down. I probably wouldn't do it quite this early. I would wait for another month, because as long as they're still looking healthy. If they have black portions on the peony, because I'm seeing botrytis on a number of plants, that I would cut down and remove. I wouldn't mow it and let all that foliage sit, because otherwise it's going to, that disease will be harbored over next year, and then when the new growth comes, it will spread. So I would wait to mow it later in the season.
All right.
End of September.
Dennis in Monroe. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, this is Denise.
Oh, Denise. I'm sorry. Denise, go ahead.
I believe I have Japanese beetles on some shrubs and rose bushes. And I've already sprayed them with like an insecticide, and I was wondering, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. What can I do to get rid of them?
Well, if the chemical that you're using is something that you've held from last year and it froze, sometimes it loses its valuability. And Japanese beetles, as long as they are sprayed, you're going to have to use something that's effective against it, something like 7 or 8. Those materials are quite good. It's a pyrethrin in the 8. And if that's not being effective, you may be killing them, and you have a reinfection by another group of beetles, because they're out now.
Yeah, they're nasty.
They were late this year, thank goodness, but yeah, they're pretty hungry.
Yeah, I didn't know the chemicals can't be frozen.
You shouldn't let them freeze, because otherwise they'll separate and not work.
All right, good enough. We have people waiting to talk to you, so if you're on the line, stay there. We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.